and then they really put it together against Gen G in the finals, and that's the G2 we've seen ever since then.
Yeah, G2 still continuing to kind of build up on that. The play style only getting more and more refined. Reynolds tried to set something up though with the lead block, and we ended up just seeing again, G2, even when it feels like you have them on the ropes offensively, there's always somebody getting involved, cutting out the play. Even that goal line defense is like a wall sometimes, but Magic Bear able to get the touch to throw off the defense, and Cheese a great follow.
What a setup here. And the defense, rightly so, just kind of slows down like, wait, what? What a touch. I mean, brilliant shot to get that anywhere near the mark. Cheese there on the doorstep to finish the job. Tell you what, if that didn't go in, you probably could have ended this game right there. This waterfall down.
Oh, whoa.
Put it in the net himself. Reynolds barely clears that out of harm's way. And Cheese looking for Reynolds, only finding Atomic. Here comes G2 again. Daniel flip reset, sent away by Cheese, but not a convincing clear, and more effort needed. Cheese not credited with a save there. He should have been, as he keeps G2 at bay.
Trying to get a touch out. G2 though still making a move. Oh, Beast Mode trying to hit the musty. Almost a follow-up from Atomic, but was cut away from Reynolds. Cheese already sitting with 3 saves this game, as his defense has been a note and will most likely be needed plenty more times throughout this series. G2, no strangers.
Ve acá, Junior, ¿estas son repeticiones o una nueva
serie? This a one-goal game for the time being.
No hubiese sacado a G2 strike. Yo pensé que lo hubiese
Magic Bear just a
sacado.
little floater there, trying to test the G2 defense, maybe get them to double commit, get out of position. More hopeful than anything. Nobody puts a hand up here. Cheese a reaction save, and G2 still kept off the board, but they just have LG at their mercy right now.
It's just a matter of time right now. Luminosity have to try to find some room. Reynolds and Atomic trade demos, so Daniel will be back for a moment. Buys Atomic enough time to get back into the play. You see Cheese on the way back, so is Magic Bear. Reynolds trying to slow things down, but Cheese able to get a strong touch upfield. You see Beast Mode again, just opting to get control. Great first touch out of him. Atomic also not letting this ball get too far. You see Daniel waiting on the sidewall, just going to show you G2 always looking for each other. Daniel got a bump, Atomic got a shot, but Cheese a great block.
It hasn't been relentless pressure. There have been some breaks in the action, but pretty darn close to it. Now, 10 shots from G2. Maybe about to be an 11. But that one gets free, and maybe a little fortunate for Atomic that it was a little bit wide, because I don't know that he was going to catch up to it. Here goes Beast Mode right at Magic Bear. More pressure. That is the 11th shot to just 2 out of Luminosity, but Cheese has one of them that ultimately found its way into the net. Actually, Magic Bear had that shot. Cheese, I don't think was credited with the shot that went in. Here goes Daniel, right down the middle. Atomic in support. And more defense needed out of LG. Magic Bear does get him on the right side. One miss from Atomic might have opened the door just a little bit. Reynolds with 14. Magic Bear the demo. Daniel still there at the back. And that forces Luminosity back one more time. Time for one last push. Magic Bear tried to control instead of booming it away. Now they have no time left, and now they have no life. G2 hangs on for game 1.
What an offensive start here for G2. Out shooting Luminosity 12-2. It was just G2 offense for a majority of this game, and if Luminosity weren't up to the task, they were going to give up goals within that. Defense was solid towards the back half, but again, them not being able to break out and create offensive opportunities is the biggest challenge here. G2 able to move around, they played the spacing really well, they look for each other, and it makes it really hard for Luminosity to intercept that. They've got to figure that out going into it, but of course G2, especially coming off the momentum from last series, looking in form.
It's kind of funny when a team's goals allowed per game goes up when they allow 1. That's how dominant G2's defense has been. They come in allowing 0.9 a game. So just any blip on that radar means it goes up. And the one they gave up, Daz, I mean, it was kind of fluky, right? I mean, you don't expect that touch out of Magic Bear, and then it stays on the goal line. They at least had a chance to clear it off the line before Cheese tapped it home. We're seeing something real special out of G2 Stride right now.
Yeah, I mean, I would say Luminosity, when they do have the chance, they jump on it, Cheese there very quickly, and was able to get that one. I think before anyone had too much time to react, kind of let the ball roll. But G2 definitely, again, seemed to just, the way they play this game, feel almost suffocating if you're going up against them. You feel very exposed. And as a team, trying to figure out how to break out of that and try to find some comfortability is always going to be the game plan. Of course, if there's any team that's prepared to do that, it is Luminosity. They've got the most experience against this roster. Now, what will they do with a chance here in game 2 to kind of change the narrative of the series?
Reynolds trying to slow play there and just had the ball knocked right over his head. Now Cheese with Reynolds forward. He'll take it himself. Tried to drop it down to Reynolds. Beast Mode in the way. Now Magic Bear right at Beast Mode, who just happens to be there too. Why not? Flip reset to go forward. Daniel set it high, maybe off of Reynolds. This is floating to the crossbar. Still loose in front. Off the bar again, and Reynolds will clear it away. Tell you what, Reynolds was completely helpless there. Needed that shot to be off the mark. Fortunately for LG it was, and now that one goes deep into G2 territory, but Cheese is deleted off the field.
Keep eyes out on Magic Bear, trying to keep that composure here. A couple of panic touches could be disastrous. Cheese, though, found it! Luminosity sitting so many in front to disrupt G2, and they get a free look for Cheese.
Daniel and Atomic run into each other on the back wall. Did I see that right? It looked like Daniel was just knocked completely out of the plane. I think he bumped off of Atomic. So either way, G2 have a blunder defensively. Luminosity takes advantage of it. Cheese, by the way, after getting demolished, gets right back into the play for that score. Is now Reynolds off to the side. Magic Bear now into the corner, and Beast Mode will take over. Atomic trying to just bully Magic Bear way downfield, almost like Magic Bear was trying to hold him against the wall, and Atomic was having none of it. He gets a piece of that and allows Daniel to come up into the play. So we see Luminosity with a lead. How long will it last? Beast Mode right at Cheese. They haven't shied away from Cheese at all. I mean, as great as he's been against the other teams in the field, G2 are willing to go right at him like, okay, try it. As Atomic almost scored that one. Now Daniel
on the ball.
Oh, stop by
Atomic!
And Atomic the rebound.
That's the G2 pressure. I mean, look how close to just stick with it. Daniel gets a touch. He's able to follow it up. He always stays close to the ball, forcing you to have to try to play his touch because, again, it's in front of your goal line. You can score. As long as he gets you out of the play, that's exactly what he wants to do. He's trying to set up Atomic the best way possible. Does just there, and now G2 able to tie things up.
G2 not a team concerned at all about its shooting percentage. They're willing to set up those juicy rebounds. And they know that Luminosity doesn't have necessarily the best rebound control. It's one of the toughest things to do, to actually consistently get a ball out of a scoring position defensively. Luminosity have left some opportunities available for G2. They've been able to capitalize on. That one's loose in front. Cheese will score.
Cheese has been moving through the defense pretty well. This one is solid touch, and Atomic just misses the read off the corner. Big read there to make. He tries to recover, but Cheese has the ball every time. He's shooting 2 for 2, and again, eyes on him. He's been doing a super solid over the course of today, continuing up from earlier. He's going to be needed for Luminosity if they want to take this series.
On the cusp of scoring his 40th goal of the weekend. A monstrous performance out of Cheese. Reynolds, demo in the air. Oh, Magic Bear flexes his muscles. 3-1.
And there's the big bear. Reynolds leads in front, takes away the beast, and Atomic tries to get a touch, can't get a nice read on it. Magic with the dunk. LG up by 2. 2 minutes and 7 seconds to go.
Better dunk than anything we saw last night. Here goes Atomic with Beast Mode forward. Drop down in the wing, and it just didn't result in anything there. Good win by Cheese. Who else? Beast Mode will collect this. He'll try to go right down the middle, but he gets nudged out of the play. Here come Magic Bear and Reynolds again. Oh my! Magic Bear almost scored that. Oh, mercy.
Wow, and then look at this. This is just a free ball right off the back. Well, Reynolds and Magic Bear had to both get boosts, so no one's there to get a follow there. But hold on, wait a second. Luminosity are starting to cut through this strong G2 defense. Here's a chance, though. They got numbers advantage up the field. Atomic looking for Beast Mode. Cheese recognized it. Daniel puts a shot on. Thought he had a chance there to sink it into the net. Good save out from Magic Bear. Magic Bear starting to elevate. So is the rest of Luminosity Gaming. Reynolds, fake challenge, but Beast Mode called the bluff and banked the shot.
Throw it at the net. Hope something good happens. Magic Bear just gets caught looking. 3-2. G2 right back in it. Has been a big turnaround after outshooting Luminosity 12-2 in the first game. But watch out off the kickoff. Reynolds turned to the field and he paid the price.
No way. Just like that, back all tied up. Big win off the kickoff. Daniel able to get the follow. You said it, Reynolds with the turn up on field. And just like that, they worked so hard to get this 2-goal lead, and it just in a snap, it's gone.
Just like that. 3-all. Magic Bear sent away by Beast Mode.
Shit, what a shot.
Left a corner boost available too that Magic Bear was able to steal. That demo takes out Cheese, and that takes out 90% of the Luminosity offense.
No, what
and
the?
Everybody parts, and Beast Mode just walks right through.
That should just not be a goal. What is going on defensively from Luminosity? A double commit there on the goal line, and Beast Mode has the easiest net of his life.
That can't happen. Here we are. Daniel left it for Beast Mode. Intercepted. Cheese going after Atomic. It's still in front. Magic Bear can't get there in time. Cheese does steal the corner boost though, and then won that ball deep into the opposite corner. So where LG had retreated, Cheese stayed up and almost made something out of it. Now Reynolds is trying to maybe have Daniel win that challenge in air quotes back to Cheese. It didn't work out. And then despite the demo on Cheese, LG break out, but they only got 7 seconds. Daniel through the air, trying to waste the remainder of the time. One last shot on, sent away by Reynolds. Cheese got to get under it. He does, but he's lobbed it way downfield. Magic Bear's got to get on his horse. Cheese can't catch it, and G2 take another.
They stole that one. Well, I mean, to be honest, Luminosity gave it to them because they played so well for the majority of the game. They get scored on once. It was a good play. But then
that motherfucker is the penalty.
After kickoff goal, double commit.
GC.
Yeah, we got a timeout, Luminosity. Honestly, I think that's a good call. Felt like
what? No, I can't believe this shit.
Series potentially slipping away. They're playing so close though against G2. Big lead we saw there early.
Yeah, nice try.
Making them look uncomfortable, and they've been actually giving themselves really open looks at the net. So to look at them kind of drop that is kind of concerning because they had everything in the right spot. Up to this amount of time left on the clock, and you have to keep playing that consistency, but sometimes the G2 pressure will do it to you.
That pressure does some real strange things to teams. And unfortunately, Luminosity just didn't have an answer for the pressure of just playing against G2, it seems. I mean, there were a couple of goals there that you kind of scratch your head at. And unfortunately for Reynolds, he gets haunted by another late kickoff goal that he's going to look back at and go, you know what? Probably should have played that one a little differently. But now they have to look forward. Use what's happened here in the first couple of games. Try and process what G2's attack is. And listen, they seem unflappable, G2, but there have been cracks in the armor. The problem is Luminosity hasn't been able to keep them out of their net.
Yeah.
Of course, there's also time G2 has to discuss things as well. But you can see again, this one does really come down to, okay, we've got these mid-game adjustments that we got to make. I think it's just a composing thing right now for Luminosity at this point. You can see a little bit of the panic on some of the plays defensively, especially in that one towards the end. They stay a little bit more composed, that third man back, not so eager to jump. Then who knows? Could have been an entirely different situation that game.
No.
You can't take it back. Here we go. G2 up 2 in the series. Chance to put this on match point here in the grand finals. Can Luminosity, do they get the timeout buff? We'll have to see right here.
You would have some kind of a timeout with the level of brain power they've got. Not they're running things behind the scenes with them, especially with Raw Greg, but on the other side, you've got one of the better coaches in North America in Sathu. A lot of questions around him when he kind of took over for Jazzo, like, okay, is he up for this task? He's answered that question in brilliant fashion.
Oh.
Cheese way downfield for Reynolds. Atomic has played it out of the corner. There is Cheese. Infield pass, and Magic Bear turned off. He realized that G2 was all over it. And then a lot of chaos in front there, and I think LG having a real tough time reading what exactly G2's doing as Daniel forces that one through.
Daniel, I mean, look at this. Gets control, goes up 47 boosts, just plays the 50 perfectly, bounces off, and Reynolds will get credit with the own goal double. But that's exactly what G2 will do to you. They force you to go up, you gotta play it right. If not, it's going in your neck.
Poor Reynolds, man. That's the second time that's happened to him today. Goal going in off of him that wouldn't have otherwise. It's a real tough spot, though. You got to make that challenge. Here's Magic Bear. Boost and ball. And plenty of time as he dances around Daniel. Took out beast mode. It's only Atomic. He's deleted, and Daniel got back into the play. So too did beast mode. The window was open for Luminosity, and still G2 slammed it shut.
Daniel all over the ball, no matter where he is positioned on the field. Anything he can do to shut down Luminosity. Chance here for beast mode, drops it to Atomic. Atomic is looking for Daniel, but Daniel will try to play this off the wall. It does end up slowing down Cheese there, so he won't be able to get a double for free. You see Reynolds looking for some more bumps. But of course, this one still remains within G2 possession. They've got the ball, but lots of time here on the clock. Anytime they have this control, you see again, Daniel just playing it so close, wants to play a 50 out, wants to try to see if he can get something that just helps out Beast Mode and Atomic as much as possible.
Reynolds realized he had to dive in there as quickly as he could. Couldn't get a piece of that. Now Beast Mode loses that out to Cheese. Magic Bear can keep the attack flowing here for Luminosity, but he lost it. Now it's Atomic against Cheese. Centered, nobody home as Reynolds rolls it out. Boy, this ball spent a lot of time in the center, deep in Luminosity territory. Only a matter of time before G2 just breaks it wide open, it feels. Here, wide open, it feels. Here goes Daniel. Got Magic Bear on skates for a moment. Beast mode again. Daniel's gonna get out of the play. Not for very long. He could turn on this, but he'll let Atomic take it. He gets demolished again. Atomic has been a popular target for Luminosity in this series. They haven't gotten anything out of it. Even though they get 2 demos, Daniel finds a way back into the play. There's no wasted movement getting back defensively on the part of G2.
Oh, and you can, again, it's just the way they're looking, the way they're moving right now. They cut anything out from Luminosity. They get that demo on a man back. Now they have to rethink their entire approach upfield. This is a team that Luminosity, they also do play well for each other and work off how each other's doing on the ball. So if someone's just disrupted, then that can sometimes shut down all offenses and even the defense as well. Demo on the back end opens it up for Atomic, and he sets it home. Beautiful play from him.
After Magic Bear's taken out, you've got one coming back and one coming from the goal, and confusion over who's supposed to be the primary defender here. Probably should have been Cheese with Reynolds kind of filling in behind him. Instead, they both just kind of half go, and Atomic picks them apart.
Wow.
It's just a mistake you don't see often out of G2 that other teams will make. The level of chemistry and teamwork that you see out of G2 It's their advantage, and it shines even brighter when you see that fall apart from other teams. Cheese trying to work out of the zone. Daniel brings it right back in, and it's more G2 offense yet again.
Feels like there's not many options for Luminosity here. They're doing their best, but G2 have their number right now. And oh my goodness, Daniel almost adding another one to the shot, to the score total. Shot from the top, knows the pass to beast mode, goes to Daniel, 1, 2, 3, Cheese still able to get the clearance. Reynolds trying to see if he can force this downfield, wants to see if he can make it a 1-goal game. Almost that one on the goal line. Atomic able to make a save. 5-1 from Reynolds, blocked out again by Atomic. G2 are letting nothing through.
Out of everybody that isn't on the G2 team in this lobby, Cheese is the only one who realized where that play was going just a moment ago from G2. That's insane.
Diablo.
This kid's getting a lot of credit, and he's still not getting enough. He has been phenomenal. Unfortunately, they're against an absolute giant in G2 who are about to go on match point, having a shutout in game 3. Daniel, one more touch. This will be centered. Cheese might be able to walk it home. Not even. No mercy, no quarter. G2, 4 match points.
De nuevo. What?
They're so composed as well. I mean, you can see beast mode on the hands. Matt's smiling. It just feels like they've got their plan set. And even though Luminosity, a team that does a lot of preparation, try their best, it just isn't enough. That game, they were only limited to 2 shots in that shutout. G2 had 7. And even though it's 2-goal games, the scoreline's close, but the field presence, when you watch it, just feels like, okay, it's G2's game to lose. They show no signs of losing.
Can we talk about the format for a moment, where everybody talks about how volatile things are and how insecure it is for these top teams, and how maybe it's not fair that so-and-so doesn't get an invite here and there past a certain stage? Listen, if you want to be considered an elite professional in this area, you have to be able to take care of business against the teams that are below you. And so far, there are very few teams in North America that actually do that. G2's doing it against teams at the next highest level beneath them, because they are clearly on a level of their own. Up 3-0 now. This team isn't going to lose to random bubble fun time playing in round 3 of the open quals. Here we go again, game 4. Can G2 close out another sweep in the finals?
Looking to see if they can do so. Luminosity not done yet. It really does come down to how well they start here. They are able to kind of get things going, but if they slow things down, let the gas a little bit, you see G2 start to pounce. Atomic trying to look for somebody. Because Daniel, beast mode now with a strong clearance. Daniel taking his time. Goes for a low challenge. Atomic up quick, and Reynolds needed to make a touch there, and he does. Cheese under pressure. The Magic Bear there to help him out. Luminosity kind of get out of that for the time being, but not before beast mode. Great challenge from him. Kind of keep pace back here for G2. They pick up Daniel now. This one actually does get demoed on the back end, so Daniel will try to solo. Almost got the dunk through. Good save for Cheese, and good beat from Magic Bear here in the midfield as well. Atomic had to stop Reynolds, otherwise it could have been a chance for a goal. Wait, no, it will be, but Daniel got the block on Cheese's shot.
It was Daniel last time when LG had a shot in the previous game after the 2 demos. Daniel saved him. And then Beast Mode clips this one. Magic Bear finally got it through. Luminosity in front.
Only a matter of time. I mean, you see Cheese initially, good challenge there, not the best touch on the clearance, but had to rush it. And then G2 started to scramble. Magic Bear knew he had a good chance to score, lined up the shot well. Now Luminosity, they start off with the lead, but they gotta maintain it. Still plenty of time here for G2.
Cheese lost that one to Daniel. It falls down for Beast Mode, the longtime duo connecting again. Daniel for Atomic, tie game again.
Sometimes it just looks like they're in free play, the way they play. No one contesting this. It's just free pass to one. Touch off the backboard. Free shot for Atomic. It's in your net. They get that back so quickly.
What the fuck is this motherfucker doing, bro?
gonna throw this out there just because I find it fascinating. Again, our statistician Direct is absolutely awesome. You look at Vitality last spring, their first 2 regionals with Zen, they go 10-1 in series. Of course, I believe it was the bracket reset where they had lost one. As a shot here for Magic Bear. No, Reynolds will follow it up. We'll get to that in a moment as Reynolds gives LG the lead yet again.
Look at that, great touch out. Magic Bear, beautiful read. They're able to get there quickly, and Reynolds has all the net to shoot at. He decides, let me put it in the top left corner. Luminosity still showing some fight here. They got the lead again. Match point situation, but they are not crumbling under pressure.
The Vitality have been 10-1 through their first 11 series. G2, 11-0. Obviously a different standard of competition, but impressive nonetheless, especially when you consider they've won 85% of their individual games. Cheese will have this one. Luminosity trying to just put a tiny dent into that number. Give themselves a little bit of life here in this grand final and prove that, yes, somebody can actually stand up against the big bad boogeyman.
2 minutes and 40 seconds to maintain a 1-goal lead against G2. Good luck. Right now, still battling to see if they can extend that score line. But look, instantly passed out. Atomic was trying to set up a double there, but did get denied. Now Magic Bear, who initially challenged Atomic, goes all the way downfield to just see if he can continue to keep this ball on the orange half. G2 moving left to right as the ball kind of switches sides of the field here. And they're not able to get out. Good spacing here for Luminosity. The challenge game has been good for them right now, but not able to really set up a shot opportunity from it. G2 will still be able to carry it into the blue half.
2 minutes remain. G2 has been, by comparison to the rest of their tournament, a little docile here in game 4.
Oh, that's a bad mistake.
Oh, double commit. He just about put it in the net himself, and Magic Bear will clean it up.
And you got Atomic and Daniel both going up for this. Atomic probably should have left it for Daniel there. Got the touch, threw him off, open look, and then Magic Bear scores. We've seen this score line before, 3-1. Luminosity have been, this time, gifted a goal here from the G2 mistake. Now all they've got to do is force the issue. They look to be doing that, though. They're continuing to keep this one in front. That one goes off the back while Reynolds not able to get there in time. But LG just not overcommitting. It's G2 on their own half, and let's keep testing them.
Nobody has ever swept back-to-back grand finals in North America. Gen G came the closest last year. They dropped a game in their 2 consecutive wins, and it doesn't look like it's gonna happen here. Magic Bear's got a hat trick with Luminosity on the ropes.
Look at that. I mean, again, to Daniel there, not really the best touch. Trying to get it past one, slips away from him, and Magic Bear right on top of the ball. Beautiful shot out of the Bear. 4-1's the scoreline in game 4. And Luminosity are showing no signs of slowing down. This is the shakiest we've seen G2 look maybe almost all season, the way they've been playing.
Give yourself a shot if you can score right about now as Daniel denied by Reynolds. G2 still swarming, and Cheese swipes across for that save. And downfield, Reynolds trying to put it away, but it's sent away by Beast Mode. But even if you score here, you've seen how shaky LG have been on some kickoffs. Maybe you can get a cheap one, get a couple, and maybe you can make a game of it. So LG can't afford to just rest on this. They need to keep the pressure on here. It's the most uneasy 3-goal lead anybody could possibly have at this point, just because of who they're up against. Magic Bear for Reynolds, intercepted.
Oh, Cheese, too far forward.
Oh, and he can't put it on target. It went high, and Reynolds, empty net, and he couldn't score.
He couldn't score, but 15 seconds left. I think he'll be okay, especially with Magic Bear pushing that one back into the goal line and almost getting another dunk. Time ticking down, and Luminosity backs against the wall, but they show signs of life here. They take game 4.
A big smile from Slater. Happy to get 1 on the board. Again, he's done it before. He's done it a couple times. Can he do it again, this time to G2? As mighty as they have been, Well, Greg, again, not letting the team get too high or too low. That's kind of one of the things we talked about with OG as we look back at the Mobile One High Performance replay, and it's mostly all Luminosity Gaming. They battled back, facing elimination, facing the end of the tournament. They send us to a 5th game. Will we see a 6th? Will we see a 7th?
Can they build on this is the question, because, I mean, like we said, I mean, for Luminosity, they played well, but G2 didn't really look too hot there. A lot of missed touches, saw some whiffs, some desperate plays there late in the game. And this is a closeout game here. Of course, you've already pushed the major, but again, you still want to be able to win this one. Points again for World's Conversations, etc., etc. But I wonder if what the adjustment looks like here. Of course, Luminosity seems very confident, composed. They got a long road to go if they want to make this one close. Still a match point situation. 3-1 the series scoreline. We're at DFH Stadium as G2 are trying to close out the grand finals. Luminosity trying to attempt a reverse sweep.
They got a long road to go before they're even thinking about reverse sweep. Maybe it's in the back of their minds, or they got to deal with game 5 first. Atomic lob ahead. Jeez. A little slow getting to that, but he had it read. With G2 not quite on his back just yet. Now Reynolds, one demo, but it left Cheese to make that save at the crossbar. Daniel trying to get in front of Magic Bear. Cheese will have this. Credit him with another save. He just continues racking up his numbers. He may need to make another stop as Magic Bear jumps in front. And Cheese has that one rolled out.
Oh my God.
Not anything to work with at all. Atomic picked his pocket, and Magic Bear can't catch up. Beast Mode scores as they just wear down Luminosity.
Let's walk the dog, bring him out. Look at this. Turned it on a dime. LG was just simply not ready for that, but Beast Mode,
bro, these are insane today. What the fuck?
Once he recognized Atomic had that challenge, immediately pushed forward downfield to secure the goal.
Didn't feel like it was much of a scoring chance out of G2 until they finally got that ball away from Cheese, and then it was just like, oh, well, Luminosity has nothing to work with. If they're out of position at all, they're not going to be able to recover. Double commit there between Daniel and Beast Mode, which, again, that's some of the early stage of G2 that we saw. It doesn't really cost them much. Daniel still chasing Magic Bear. He'll circle around on this, too. A lot of players would have just retreated and let Atomic turn. Daniel took it instead. Atomic parks the brakes, and then Magic Bear redirect home.
And they just forced their way upfield, winning 50 after 50. Reynolds sees an opportunity to push it downfield. It says, go get it, Magic.
Y lo coge.
Bear strikes. Tied up game. Good counterattack from Luminosity.
And maybe G2 just caught being a little too aggressive, right? I mean, maybe Atomic probably should have just kept racing back. Might have been in position to stop that. He had no support behind him. Here goes Reynolds. From the wing. Beast Mode, the initial stop, slowed him down for Atomic. They'll bring that away from Magic Bear.
Porque es otro tipo.
Reynolds to
What
take
the
charge
fuck?
instead. Waiting for Cheese to get back involved, and he does with a shot, but Daniel with the save.
Yeah, good shooting there. Anytime you see Luminosity with space, he's been very efficient on the free shot. Chance here for Beast Mode, and the Beast strikes. G2 in the lead.
Everything we said about Cheese in the last series, say it about Beast Mode. He's got 5 goals now. And after that miss up at the crossbar, it was completely free. G2 in front with 3 minutes left. Trying to close out Luminosity, their second shot at clinching this final. Beast Mode nudged by Reynolds. Now it's Atomic with Daniel trying to disrupt Magic Bear. He's in an awkward spot. Beast Mode, double to leave it. But you saw Daniel maybe start to come up, changed his mind, and a good thing. He could get back and defend this alongside Atomic.
Playing light touches forward. I like that from Reynolds. He's just going to get the boost. Atomic demos Cheese, but Daniel's back all alone. Reynolds went too far forward, so he wasn't able to take a shot there. After what was kind of a free look off the bat, of course Cheese couldn't get there. He was demoed by Atomic earlier on, so he was just busy respawning, literally. Luminosity have to start making the most of their chances here, because G2 are going to strike hot every single time. Big goal for Atomic.
No! No!
He's like,
Fuck.
okay, I mean, if he can actually convert that going against his momentum, sure. The other side of that is, all right, nice shot. Perfectly placed. Defense had the entire right 2/3 of the net covered. And Atomic hit it where they weren't. Beast Mode turned off of this. That kind of threw off Luminosity for a moment. Now Cheese with Reynolds running forward. Atomic had a full tank of boost. Start this play. He can actually stay with it now as it goes over top of Magic Bear. Reynolds was demolished. He's back into the play. And Atomic won't let this get into G2 territory just yet.
Mode. Just trying to keep this one in the blue half here. Oh, Atomic, good bump off for Reynolds, taking him off the play. You see Reynolds trying to catch up, and here's Beast Mode. Has Daniel way back. Atomic actually tried to pre-jump something earlier, but now Daniel will try to get involved. Luminosity seemed very set, but this is a very calculated approach here from G2. Beast Mode wanting to keep it in. Daniel still playing back, pretty far for a third. Atomic gets a light touch for Daniel, dives, but Reynolds able to get the save out. Beast Mode again picking up the ball, has Atomic midfield. Plays it low. Beast Mode! Big goal here, which could cement the tournament for G2.
Mirror image of what we saw in the previous game. Except this time it's G2 dominating. Final 117. Luminosity need to go forward, and they can't even off the kickoff. Reynolds destroyed. Daniel, slow play. The respawn right in front of the ball through LG for a loop, but they do get downfield. Magic Bear denied by Atomic, and the rebound cleaned up by Daniel and Beast Mode, and this version of G2 looks unstoppable.
They're informed, dominant, and my goodness, they are a treat to watch. Atomic to the top left corner after the assist for Beast Mode. And G2 stride. This is really, I don't even know if words can describe the level of consistently great performances we've seen out of this G2 team. It's been tough for anyone to stop them. LG's tried their best. You see Reynolds again on the ball, trying to make something happen. They played close series with G2, but this one definitely got away from them towards the later half. And you really wonder, I mean, where the limit is and what G2 can do. Luminosity, though, still trying to fight here. Cheese ends up getting a big goal to cut the deficit down to 3 with 21 seconds left. So we'll see if they can make something happen here. They're pretty good kickoff stats.
Not so much. Cheese does reach the 40-goal plateau, however. We're good on him for that. But what a performance out of G2. We talked about the numbers very briefly for their series total. 11-0 to start this season. They're going to keep it going. 12-0. And an overall 42-11 record. They're up there around 85%, which is astronomical. And G2 Stride have just walked to another championship.
Another championship and qualifying for the Copenhagen Major. And this team looks to represent NA well, the way they are performing. G2 Stride, so much to be said about them individually. Each player so good. Beast Mode shot 3 for 3 in that last game. Always consistently solid on offense. Dale and Atomic just feel like sometimes a triple threat. The way they are moving up and down the field, able to move the ball so well. And they take another one. Back-to-back regional champions.
Unreal. I mean, when we saw it a couple of weeks ago against JG, thought, okay, like, okay, maybe it's a matchup thing.
What?
Maybe they just match up really well. Maybe JG was tired. Maybe something. No, this G2 team is actually that good. Just for context, I throw out that 85% number. Even Vitality with Zen was like 68 something. when they won their couple of regionals with Zen. Just throw that out there. This G2 team looks like they are primed and ready to compete with the rest of the world. And they will get that opportunity in a month's time in Copenhagen. But first, they've got one more regional to play, and before that, we're gonna send things back to the desk. And then we'll hear from one of the winners.
Pass.
The undisputed kings of North America are G2 Esports. There is no question that we will entertain. Your appeals are denied. They are the best team in the region. There is nobody who can present any argument otherwise here. Luminosity gave it their best effort, and hey, they got a game off of them. Finally, the team losing in the grand finals in North America has actually won a single game. But it was just that one game here, Gibbs. It was just
But Luminosity again, last time qualifier won in the quarterfinals. They had their moments in game 2 and 3, and they couldn't capitalize. Here again, they're down 1-0 in the series. Game 2, they hit the goal of the tournament. The Reynolds with the aerial demo, Magic Fair with the aerial dunk. Then what do they do right after that? Wide open net, then a kickoff goal, and then a double whip on defense to lose that game. They were up 2 goals. They lost it 4-3. And at that point, you're like, well, it's over. Like, you have to capitalize when you're the underdog versus a huge favorite. They didn't do it there. They did fight back a bit in game 4, James, but it wasn't enough. G2 is just too good.
I think even in that game 4, and to your point in game 2 as well, Luminosity very much could have easily won that game. But G2 showed they were mortal. I think Luminosity, they took a game off G2. They almost took that game 2. They showed that G2 can bleed and that they do have, or they can be exploited and they can be beat. But, you know, even still, Luminosity, who's been maybe putting up the best performances against G2 that we've seen, they still could only manage to get a single game win. I think it's clear right now that G2 is head and shoulders above everybody else in North America right now.
It wasn't close. It wasn't entertaining. Like, I mean, there was a degree to which it was like, oh, this is gonna happen again. I felt for the LG fans. I was watching. I was kind of keep tracking on the watch parties on the side, and there was a lot of hope. And there was, I mean, Cheese tried his best, but this was, I think, the most stunted we've seen their star in an event so far.
Yeah, but it's just to show the quality of G2, right? Like, sure, it was a little bit more serious because they're so dominant right now, and no one is close to them. Sure, they had their moments. That was not perfect, but they show up.
It was
like, it's going to be so hard to win 4 games.
It was closer than the Gen G series, and I think many people have Gen G at number 2, but now you've got to wonder, like, how do you define number 2? Yeah. Is it the team that comes closest to beating G2? Is that the number 2 team? Or is
and now they're tied points, too.
So it just makes you wonder, really, who is that number 2 in North America? Because it's clear. We know without a doubt who number 1 is.
I wasn't going to coach it, but
it was number 1. The G2 fans in chat say they were entertained, and it was an entertaining series. I'm excited to hear from one of the actors in that performance. Let's hear from Atomic.
Hey y'all, it's Lemon Kiwi. G2 are your North American regional champions once again. I'm joined by the longest standing member of G2 and Atomic, fresh off a win. Congratulations. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you, thank you.
So you're a 2-time qualifier champion. You and the team are looking incredible. Everyone's talking about it. What does it mean to you, though, to be part of the best team in North America and to be a champion here again?
It feels really good because we know like the work we put in and, you know, getting back to the top, and just feels really good. It's been a while since we've been winning, but now that we're back, it feels really good.
I'm glad you're starting to get used to it. We're starting to get used to it too. And statistically, your team has the best defense in North America. Talk to me about what makes your team so special and how do you work with Daniel and Beast Mode on the field?
I think on defense, they're both amazing players, and like, even if we make a mistake or get in a bad position, it's never over because we can make like any goal line save or, you know, pre-jump any shot that they have, and so it's like never just a direct goal, and so we're never out of a bad defensive situation until the other team scores.
You guys make it look easy for sure. It looks frustrating almost to play against you with how good that defense is. And I had a good laugh with your coach talking about Is North America a one-team region? He didn't seem to agree. How many teams do you think represent North America well?
I mean, honestly, I still fully believe, like, in Gen G, I think they get their confidence back. You know, they can win any series against any of the best teams in the world. And same with M80, honestly. Like, I feel like if they just figure out, you know, the things they need to figure out, they'll be contending, just like us in Gen G as well. Like, and honestly, maybe SSG as well, and LG on their day as well. Like, there's a lot of teams that if they get their confidence going, they can, you know, upset.
Yeah, that third place spot, it just still feels very open, but I'm looking forward to watching more of your rivalry between G2 and Gen G. So you've clinched your spot to go to the major in Copenhagen along with this qualifier. Where do you think your team stacks compared to the international competition?
I mean, you know, we won't know till we play them, and obviously this game, like, you gotta have confidence. I'm gonna assume we're number one until we're proven otherwise, but you know, we're definitely not, you know, like, thinking all these teams are bad. We think there's like 6 or 7 like teams that can win the major, and it's about just grinding and then showing up on the day, which anybody can do.
Yeah, I'm not sure if EU has clinched anything, or who has clinched there, but I know Team Falcons have, and they're looking very scary. I'm looking forward to watching Nina go against NA. But hey, congratulations on this final in Copenhagen, of course. What message do you have for the fans and the people that have supported you so far?
Honestly, just thank you for, you know, sticking through us well. We didn't have the best season compared to the season that we won more in 21-22 last season, but G2 fans are the most committed fans that I've seen of any org that I've been on, and it's really nice because you never, even when you're feeling down, you know, you have those messages to keep you up and not just fall into like a rut. So thank you for supporting us, and I hope we can make you proud by continuing to win.
Well, you should be proud. You're at the top. You stay at the top. Your fans are behind you. I know T-Face is going to be behind you on the First Touch podcast, but thank you again for the interview, and congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
G2 clinch a spot at the first major with their 4-1 victory over Luminosity. They will play in Copenhagen.
What a
see if they can take hold of that title.
Yeah, and honestly, there was a quote in there. I don't know if you caught it, Gibbs, and Way Fun. I will assume we are number one until proven otherwise. To me, what that shows is confidence. And Atomic actually said brought up confidence multiple times. And I think for me, confidence is what I took from his interview. Like, you can tell out on the field how much confidence that G2 is playing with. But also the respect, where he feels that Luminosity, Space Station M80, these teams from North America, if they can believe in themselves, have that extra layer of trust and belief in their own abilities, maybe they can get up there and upset. But overall, I think one thing that we do know is man, G2, they're confident in themselves and they're playing like it.
And I would be confident if I had 32 points as well, back-to-back qualifier champions. They've clinched their spot. Gen G sitting there at 21 points. They will clinch if they get 2 wins in Swiss next time around. Luminosity needs a top 4 to clinch without anything else happening. Then a bunch of teams below them, all the way up to number 10. If you win qualifier 3, you clinch. That's all you have to do. I mean, obviously that's going to be very difficult because there's a G2 there, but it is in your hands, all the way down to Shopify Rebellion. If you win qualifier 3, you will go to the major. So it's going to be a lot of fun going on in qualifier 3. We got a race for those top 4 spots. You won't want to miss it.
We'll see it all go down, folks. It'll be another wonderful qualifier here in 2 weeks' time. But before we get to that, about the MVP of the day, thanks to Ally partnering here with the RLCS again, the Ally MVP of Regional number 2.
I was
Daniel.
Diablo, se puso que yo era mejor. Qué basura, loco.
Defense, offense, assists, but watch this, off the wall, off of a clear, straight back to Atomic, an amazing play. He did it all day.
Certainly, Daniel. That was maybe the play of the day for Daniel for me. Not because it was so mechanically incredible, just because of how casually He took out 2 players from Gen G. That play embodied the confidence and swagger that Daniel and G2 brought for the entirety of this event, the entirety of this season so far. Daniel deserves, I mean, you could really give it to anybody on G2, but Daniel, very worthy of it. An incredible Ally MVP, and what a day for G2 once more.
Yeah, Daniel, he led his team in goals, assists, and saves, or at least he tied for goals and assists, but we'll count it as #1, but saves as well. He was all over the field. Daniel, a phenomenal performance throughout this tournament, but yeah, it's a 3-headed monster in G2. We all know that. But for this time, we'll give it to Daniel, and man, what a show in G2 Unmatched.
A well-earned title there, folks. And if you want to see Daniel play in person, make sure you get your tickets to Copenhagen, folks. The show days where you can watch will be March 30th and 31st. Head to billetloon.dk if you want to get those tickets. They're going fast. Make sure you get them, folks. And with the conclusion of Regional number 2, we now only have one online event before we are set for our major and the end of split number 1. The season is plugging along here. We got the first split nearly concluded. Hard to believe, James. We're getting close to halfway through.
Yeah, it's really flying by, and things are starting to coalesce into how things will play into the World Championship. I think it's clear even this early that G2 is going to be there and in that conversation. And now the questions about Europe, you know, will anyone other than French players be able to make these majors? You know, it's
lloviendo afuera todavía. Condoriano Nariei. Tírate atrás, no, ya yo sé ya. Este se le pega una basura. Inmediatamente hacen eso y yo que asumo que es una basura. Mira esa mierda, le cayó justamente al hacia ahora. Diablo. No, fallé el puto nitro. Diablo, loco. ¡Sátela! Ah.